Hey, so remember how when Spirit was saying to us that 2025 was going to be an accumulation of everything that we've been working on for the past 9 years, that it was going to be like this energetic cleanup, that everything was just going to be coming through for us? Yeah, well, we're in that. And I know that there's lots of like posts that are, doing the whole rainbow and unicorn thing. And this is going to be the year to manifest. It's going to be amazing and yada, 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 all the things that are said. This portal's opening and that, and right. So here's the thing. We have been doing some serious work, all of us. We've been doing some serious soul work, just hardcore stuff. I know you have been doing it. I've been doing it. I know that all of this stuff has been feeling like it's trying to take us out. But here we are. After all this time, we're still standing. We're still here to laugh about it, cry about it, scream about it. But we're not done yet. We are not done yet. All that stuff that we've been working on, that we've been kind of skimming the surface on some of the things, having the realizations, right? You know what? I'm not going to allow people to talk to me like that anymore. I'm not going to allow people to treat me like that anymore. I am not going to allow my mind to create that program anymore. All of these things that we've kind of been dabbling in a little bit, but I know it feels like it's work. It's been lots of work, but Spirit's just saying it's some of us have just been dabbling a little bit. That stuff's really going to come to fruition now for us. We are really going to have that on our plate. It's going to be here, you're going to see things for what they are. And then you're going to have the skill set, the new tools to be able to be okay, I got it. I'm done with that. I'm done with the gaslighting. I'm done with it being taken advantage of. I'm done with other people blaming their brokenness on me, right? Done with all of that stuff. Because here's the thing. You've been doing the work. I've been doing the work, but not everybody's been doing the fucking work. And those people are going to be in our soul circles. They're going to be our closest people, right? They're going to be the closest people to us. The ones that have not been doing all of the work. And they are going to continue to try and draw us into the circus. Try and keep us stuck in the chaos and the drama and the trauma. And they're going to be clever about it because they're going to be I'm doing this for myself. I'm working on my own stuff and I'm doing this for myself. But they're not going to be doing it from the right place. They're just not. And you're going to have to know this. You're going to have to feel this, because from this point forward, we need to recognize things for what they are. Okay? We need to recognize, and goes out to all the empaths out there, all the sensitives out there, all of the people pleasers out there. We need to start recognizing things for what they are. And the truth is that anytime anyone is making us do something that feels like a no to us, that it feels like we need to bend for them, that we need to accommodate them, and we know wholeheartedly that when we do, that they would never do the same thing for us. We know this, right, guys? We know this. We know that we give and we give and we give and we give, and we don't always get back. We know this. This is the year that we say enough. Enough is enough. I'm done with this. I'm done with this cycle that just repeats over and over and over. It's like the spin cycle that never ends. We are done with it. I know it's going to be hard, guys. I know it's hard because we want to save everybody. We truly, honestly feel hurt and upset when those closest to us are not thriving. We truly feel hurt when our friends are not having great experiences. We feel it. But we need to be mindful of this, and this is something that we do. It's a coping mechanism that we have done since the beginning of our incarnations. We distract ourselves with other people's stuff, right? We go into other people's circuses and other people's chaos and other people's trauma and drama with the intention of helping them, with the intention of healing them, with the intention of being there for them, with the intention of being a good friend, a good neighbor, a good mother, a good lover, a good partner. We go in with that intention, but what that's been doing for us is it has been distracting us from our stuff, from our stuff. And Spirit just wants us to know that all of that stuff that we are trying to help them with, that we keep getting mixed up in, we have some of that stuff within ourselves. So instead of us trying to make sure that everybody else is doing okay, we need to make sure that we are doing okay. Right? This is huge. One of the biggest things, the Spirit's just showing me, one of the biggest things that empaths, sensitives have to work on is the whole abandonment issue, the whole abandonment theme, right? We have that. And there's part of us, that ego and that pain body, that says to us, if I don't show up for that person, if I don't come to counsel for that person, if I don't soothe that person or, give that person everything that they're asking for, that they're needing for, then they will abandon me. I know that when you hear these words come out of my mouth, you recognize how dysfunctional that is. But that's how we have been living. That's how we've been engaging. And so Spirit is saying to us now, this stops all of the slow leaks in our energy about worrying about that person's stuff and taking care of that in our soul circle again, right? Because it comes in the disguise of, well, that's my friend, or that's my partner, or that's my child. It comes into the disguise of that so that you're like, oh, I have to do that, right? Because they need my help. No. Nobody needs our help right now. We need our help. We need to do this for ourselves. We need to recognize, so you're just saying, what our hard no's are. I'm not going to bend for you on this because you never bend for me. Having that acknowledgement of, I'm not going to be the giver all of the time. I need to be the receiver. We need to shift things up. Things are never going to change for us. We're never going to get through those roadblocks. We're never going to get through those hurdles. We're never going to heal the trauma, the drama, unless we get through this, unless we move through this. So this next little while, guys, is going to be an accumulation of so much stuff. Be really proud of yourself, of how you show up differently, of how you don't engage, of how you I'm not going there. I'm not getting into that with that again. I'm not doing it for my sake. Right? We can do this. We can do this. It's going to be tough. Because we are people pleasers. We are, the sensitives. We are the ones who want to save the world. But this next little while, we are saving ourselves. We are saving ourselves. And we are going to do it with grace and dignity. And know that we're doing this together, guys. We're doing this together. You are not alone. Sending you huge blessings.